Overtime pay. Why your take-home isn't what you expect. Many middle-class workers rely on overtime to boost their income, but new tax rules are creating confusion about actual take-home pay. Despite headlines suggesting no tax on overtime, the reality is more complex, and miscalculations can lead to frustration when paychecks arrive. The new tax deduction. What it really means: the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, OBBBA, introduced a temporary tax deduction for overtime earnings between 2025 and 2028. However, this isn't a blanket exemption. The deduction applies only to the overtime premium, the extra pay earned above a worker's regular hourly rate. For example, an employee earning $22 an hour receives $33 an hour for overtime. Their premium is $11 an hour. If they work 200 overtime hours, their total overtime pay is $6,600. However, only $2,200 qualifies for the deduction, as that's the amount over their regular wage. This nuance is critical because tax forms won't clearly separate qualified overtime until 2026. In 2025, workers must provide detailed documentation, payroll reports, year-end stubs, to their tax preparer to ensure correct claiming. Income limits and FLSA eligibility. The deduction isn't universal. The IRS limits the deductible amount to $12,500 for single filers, $25,000 for joint filers. The deduction phases out for those earning over $150,000, $300,000 jointly. Moreover, the overtime must be FLSA qualified, meaning it falls under the Fair Labor Standards Act's coverage rules. Not all workers are exempt, so verifying eligibility is essential. The expectation that all overtime pay is now tax-free is a widespread misunderstanding. The deduction applies only to the premium earned over a worker's standard rate. Why this matters? The OBBBA changes, while intended to provide relief, require workers to be more informed and proactive. Confusion over these rules could lead to underclaiming deductions, resulting in higher tax liabilities than expected. This highlights the need for clear communication from employers and the IRS to ensure workers fully benefit from the new provisions. In conclusion, while overtime can still boost take-home pay, workers must understand the specifics of the OBBBA deduction, including income limits and FLSA requirements, to avoid surprises when filing taxes.